All right, I am live on multi platforms this morning, afternoon, 1:36 Eastern Standard Time on the first day of February 2020. I am Marcus Holmes, the facilitator of Love and Stuff, and I am here on Saturday with a Gratefulness Journey Everyday Moment. I'm going to invite some folks to join us and share this in a couple of places. And I hope that you will bear patient with me as you come in. There is a way, I believe, to swipe you in to join us here live on Zoom. And that Zoom meeting ID, I will soon paste so that you can join us. I'll paste it in the comments if you want to join us on the Gratefulness Journey Everyday Moment. We would love to have you. If you are participating in the Gratefulness Journey every day, we'd love to have you participate with us on the Gratefulness Journey every day. Right. Okay. See if I can. Okay, see where we are on the Gratefulness Journey every day. See if I can quickly get you. Yep, I see it. I'm going to share it in a few places, a few groups. The Gratefulness Journey Everyday Moment. Thanks for your patience. I am just inviting some folks to join us. And I will soon drop in the link where others can join us who might have moments that they are grateful for today. Love to have you to join us. Hit that like. There are some folks that have already joined us. Thank you so much. I can turn this down. That they are grateful for today. All right. I'm just trying to see the comments of the folks that have joined us. Rashida LeGlam, Dr. Williams. Tammy Williams, among others who have joined us. I'm trying to just see who in the comments, if it will show me the comments. Oh, I know where it will. So I'm learning this, and I hope that you will bear patient with me as I am learning this. Okay. Let's see. It's gonna let me share to a few groups, and then I will briefly start in our gratefulness journey every day. Right. Okay, I'm gonna get to the place where I can see your comments combined from different platforms. This is, I'm beginning to feel like I definitely need my associate producers and senior associate producers here with me, so I can see the comments together in one place. Let me see. See if it's showing me the comments together in one place. Kind of see where the comment part is. There's a section where I can see all of your comments on all platforms, which I think is absolutely amazing. already did that. Okay. I don't know. It's giving me a little bit of challenge there. Hope I'm doing that correctly. All right. Now I don't know how it gets me to the. It tells me 5 are watching. I'm trying to get to the platform. Okay. We'll go to the dashboard. Let's see if it'll take me there. All right. All right. So I am using a platform that is allowing me to stream live. Uh-oh. Did it cut off my live? I hope it didn't cut my live off. It cut off my live. What just happened to me? Nope, I'm online. Okay. Thought it cut off my live. I didn't know. It is allowing me to see multiple platforms, and I'm just trying to track with it here on Facebook and in other places so that I'm able to see the comments. We're live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch TV. We are live on the Marcus R. Holmes page on Love and Stuff, on Facebook rather, and on the Love and Stuff page. And so it's the Gratefulness Journey, and Lynn Shaw has joined us. Thank you so much, Lynn. I'm going to drop the link to the Zoom. I would love to have you just come in briefly so people can see you as we continue to raise funds for Lynn, love on Lynn, to show our support to you and others that are facing health challenges such as multiple myeloma, and providing some medical expense support. And so I hope that I can get the link dropped in the comments really quickly. And then I'll just tag a few people to join us and keep moving. But Lynn, I'd love to have you come in and talk with me. So people, they've seen your video. We're getting, quite a good sharing of your video. Quite a good viewing of your video, rather. But I think it's always good to have you come on live with us. So I'm hoping to do that. It's moving kind of slowly, I think, because I'm streaming. Maybe that's why it's moving so slowly, so that I can get the link in with it. And this allows me to both stream to multiple platforms as well as have guests. So that's what I'm trying to do. So trying to get you to the Zoom meeting to join us. Our senior associate producer has dropped in. Thank you, sir. I'm trying to, maybe I will put the link to you, sir, if you can drop the link for people who will want to join in. It's moving slow, and I think it's moving slow because I'm doing this multi-streaming. So that might be what's slowing up my ability to kind of maneuver a little bit more quickly with information. So that's what we're trying to do. And hopefully I can share this information with Jay Gerald. Let's see, I could tell you, Jay Gerald, it's moving awfully slow. Trying to go back and forth to different screens. And it's moving rather slowly. So maybe some of this I'd have to close out. No. Definitely trying to get it's not Facebook portion is not moving very quickly, so maybe that will help me. What was that? I have to see that. Maybe that would help me. The Zoom meeting ID is 722 300 634. 722 300 634. 722 300 634 is the meeting ID. ID. Got it. So that's the meeting ID number. All right. Okay. Aria Moody has joined us. Aria, just included the meeting ID number. I hope that you will come on and talk to us in the gratefulness journey every day. All right. That's the meeting ID number. And I am just going to share this with a couple folks. Just a few folks to see if I could share it with you. Okay. All right. Right. And so I have tagged just a few folks to join us in the gratefulness journey moment this morning. So much to be thankful for and grateful for, especially this first day of February 2020. I was sharing in a recent rehearsal setting that really, for those of us that are in the African American diaspora, it's 365 days that we're African Americans, not 28 days. But certainly we should celebrate, laud, and applaud our existence through some pretty stark realities that have brought us to present day. But it hasn't been lost on me that January brought some pretty tough losses. One of them, of course, being Kobe Bryant. And I've heard on many many parts of the continuum or spectrum, if you will. How some people say we rally around celebrities without the rally around the everyday citizen, everyday person in our world, in our neighborhood. And my intent is not to speak very long on that, except to say that more likely than not, while they may have understood his celebrity, Kobe's daughters thought of him as dad. And he had teenage daughters, but younger daughters as well, who I am sure lived maybe a more privileged life than the average child has or does. But I think, and I don't know for a fact, but I think in describing him, they might describe him as a great dad. And so, besides the fact that he's a 5-time NBA championship and all of the other accomplishments that he's made from a 20-year illustrious basketball career, besides being, as was reported, a partner in the Bryant Stibel organization, which has a value, estimated value of $2 billion in assets. Besides having invested in many different ventures, he was a father and a husband, and an African-American man at that. And so I understand feeling the loss of someone in our community that we might not have specifically touched, how we might take the time, a lot of time, to reflect and reminisce and regret and mourn the loss of Kobe Bryant and all of the other families, leaders, wives, children, husband that were present in that crash. And Willie Rogers has joined us. Thank you, sir. We're streaming live from several platforms. And so I get that January has kind of ended in a kind of tough way. And we're in February, where we typically laud and applaud, remember and celebrate the history and accomplishments that we have made as a people, an African American people, in this country and in the world. And a part of that history involves some horrific experiences, some very traumatic experiences, out of which many people have arisen almost as a phoenix from ashes. And while we would want to give much celebration to the victories and triumphs, we must also recognize the hard trial and passage that people had to endure for us to stand on that triumph, to benefit from that triumph as a resilient, remarkable people. And so one of the things I am painstakingly aware that every triumph that I have experienced, to the extent that I have experienced them, has likely been on the shoulders or resultant of someone else's trial. If I can say that I have had the opportunity to receive scholarship and go to college and go to school and get good grades, I have to remember that there were those who were segregated and denied those privileges and opportunities to enjoy. If I have achieved anything in stature or status or position, of which I may currently hold, both vocationally and avocationally, that those opportunities haven't always been afforded to people who look like me or to people who have had the path that I've had. And so my triumphs are very sure supported and undergirded by someone else's trials. And so I'm grateful. And I want to carry that forward, that in every opportunity to celebrate and be grateful that I want to stay connected and fully aware that there is someone who came before me to help pave the way so that I would enjoy the privileges and responsibilities that I now enjoy. I'm grateful on February 1st, 2020 to be an African American man. And I am grateful to feel connected to the life, work, witness, and spirit of ancestors who would not give up on themselves and each other. I'm grateful for being receiving an inheritance of community that our forefathers and foremothers had, that they handed down a treasure trove of work ethic, of stick-to-itness and perseverance and endurance and resilience, and an interconnectedness to those around them to be that for them, that resilience, stick-to-itness, and that I just mentioned, be that to someone else who might not be feeling present to be that for themselves. I feel on me a great sense of community that my parents and their parents had, my parents having that sense of community of caring for other children, loving other families, sharing what we had with others. And that sense of community weighs on me heavily as I understand it to be a responsibility to carry forward into the life, work, witness, and spirit of work that I would be called, will be called to do in the days, months, and hopefully years ahead. That I am not an island of and to myself, that I'm a part of an interconnection, an intricately woven tapestry of people in the American, the African American, the global diaspora that brings value and worth to the collective fabric of our world. That weighs on me. And so in that same spirit, I think, is why, one of the reasons why I feel so grateful and so profoundly sad around the passing of Kobe Bryant particularly. And that does not, in my opinion, take away from the beauty of life that was lost for the other 8 persons who equally to our world brought value, and in particular brought value to those who were connected to them. I am reminded that an African American man did lose his life, and I feel very connected as a community to that. So on this first day of February, I'm grateful that there are those who undergird every one of my triumphs. The second thing I'm grateful for that I want to share, I'm grateful for leaders that lead with courage. And I think sometimes many leaders may relate to this. There can be such a pressure in leadership positions, to present yourself as flawless, to present yourself as the subject matter expert, to present yourself as the person that has it all together. And it takes courage, real courage, to be vulnerable enough to admit that there may be chinks in the armor, or that you may have made some mistake. And I have the pleasure of serving with a leader who is just that. And we had a courageous conversation yesterday in which she shared, was vulnerable with me enough to share a choice that she felt convicted that she could have made differently. And that is so amazing to me, because we live in a world where appearance is so important to most people. You chose this video maybe today to watch based on whether or not somebody else was watching it, or maybe whether or not my face is familiar to you, whether or not it's attractive enough, whether or not the background caught your attention, right? All of these things draw us to things. The aesthetic is something powerful connected to the windows of our soul to tell us thumbs up, thumbs down, or maybe. We are often moved to action or sometimes feel paralyzed to inaction based on what we see. And so there is this pressure then that maybe this I wanted to say unknown, but maybe not as highly known or keenly aware, or maybe we're not as keenly awakened to this pressure of appearing like everything is together, appearing like the person who's driving the coach. I saw a story about a bus driver earlier on Facebook. The person that's driving the coach, appearing like he or she has it all together and is able to manage this bus, right? To navigate the bus to get the passenger safely. Or the speaker who is on a world stage who may have just experienced the worst airplane ride or the worst news about a kid in ICU or the worst thing that has occurred to him or her, but having to get on that stage and exude a certain amount of confidence and poise. Or the actor or actress, when it's lights, camera, and action, has to become this character, summons the skill, summons the psyche, summons the whatever it is that an actor or actress summons, even though everything around him or her might be chaotic. And I think for leaders, if you're the one that is led or has been chosen, anointed maybe, assigned to tell people, go in this direction, follow me, let's go here, come on, let's do it. You're doing a great job. Come on, keep going this way. No, not so much to the left. A little navigate, come back this way a little bit more. That's good. That's a good path. Maybe another day, but let's go this direction. The person who is supposed to inspire and motivate and get people to aspire to align their personal goals with the goals of the team, that person often feels the pressure of having to have it appear all together. And so I am amazed by her courage and her candor in sharing, well, maybe not always all together, this. Because it reassured in me that there are times as leaders that we don't have it all together. And we know it. But we are always aware that you are expecting us to always have it together, to always be on point, to always be on target. And sometimes that's just not the case. I'm grateful for the courage of people in leadership to be vulnerable enough to say, I don't always have it all together. Then I'm grateful. My third thing, I'm grateful for a niece who is like a daughter. You know, I've seen all of these posts about girl dads, kind of a tribute to Kobe. And while I'm not a birth dad to my niece Autumn, I feel very much an uncle dad in many ways to her. I haven't posted that uncle dad picture for some personal reasons, but I am so proud that she is a senior, very happy in her sorority work and her social activism work, and still on target for graduation in May, and wanting still to go to law school and pursue law so that she can make a difference in this world. I'm so grateful that God has blessed us, that I've not had to go to the hospital too many times. I've never had to go to a jail cell ever. And I've never really had any real trouble to date, thank God, that we've had to address. As a matter of fact, I've rarely met any adults that have interacted with her who have had anything to say but stellar, outstanding comments about her conduct, her intellect, how she presents as a young person. And I'm grateful. I'm not grateful because there are tons of young people who aren't carrying themselves in that regard, being interconnected in our community. It's quite embarrassing if I run across young people that don't respect their elders, don't respect themselves or each other, because we are interconnected. But I am so proud that I know of many, and especially my Autumn, because I am a girl uncle dad. I'm proud of it. I've gone to many cheerleading competitions, cheerleading practices, football games, sports events, being a cheerleader uncle. And I would do it all over again. I love the look in her face when they were winning competitions, and I sympathize with the look in her face when they were losing them. All experiences that are etched in my heart and in my mind, and I'm grateful today to have experienced every one of them, and look forward to supporting her as she matriculates to the next level. I'm grateful for having had that opportunity and having that opportunity. So my 3 gratefulness moments are: I'm grateful to be African American, an African American man, especially today. I'm grateful that I know leaders that are courageous enough to be vulnerable enough to say that I don't have it all together, when I know that there is incredible pressures on leaders to have it all together. And I'm grateful to be a proud uncle dad, girl uncle dad. And it's been a phenomenal journey, one that I hope to talk to Autumn's children one day about. And I'll be a proud girl uncle granddad. What are you grateful for? See, the gratefulness journey is simply about sharing, just as I did, 3 things that you're grateful for, speaking them aloud, and sharing them with 3 people. Do that for 30 days and you will have created a powerful habit around gratefulness. This journey for me started quite some time ago. As I began to see a lot of personal loss in my life, I decided that Thanksgiving I was not going to cook in 2012. And on Thanksgiving Eve, my mom hollered down the stairs for me, and I came upstairs and she said, "I don't smell anything cooking." I said, "Well, no, you don't. I've decided that I will get us some plates." And she said, "Oh no, you will cook this, 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 this." And she named out the menu to me. And she said, "Now listen, you have the right, and you can reserve the right to grieve as long and as deeply as you want. You can grieve your sister, your brother, your sister, your father, my sisters," because she was starting to lose more of her sisters during that time. "You have the right to grieve for as long and as deeply as you want. But you must also reserve the right to take inventory of and be grateful for everything and everybody that you have left." What a profound statement from a woman who had buried 3 children and her husband and siblings. How could I say no to that, right? So of course I went down and tried to prepare a scrumptious Thanksgiving dinner that we could enjoy and share. And in her memory, I prepare Thanksgiving dinner every year in that same spirit. I can grieve for as long as I want and however deeply I want. But I must also take inventory of and be grateful for everything I have left. Now, your grief may be surrounding loss as mine, but it could be the loss of a home, the loss of a job, The loss of that boyfriend who you thought would be your husband, or girlfriend who you thought would be your wife, or husband or wife. It could be the loss of a friendship, a broken relationship. It could be the loss of physical things that were taken from you in a robbery that can never be returned. It could be the loss of a home to a fire, and some of your personal collectibles can never be retrieved and fixed. And where you think that you've lost everything, the thing I want to challenge you to do is to be awakened to mindfulness, which means you focus in the moment on where you are, and then take inventory of everything that remains. But I've lost everything. Well, if you can say that you've lost everything, the one thing of many things you didn't lose is your memory. And if you can recount all of the things you've lost, then in that memory are the things that you have left. Among them, if you could see me or hear me or speak to me, then you have left some of your faculties. And that might be the start of starting again. See, we all have loss, experience something that we are no longer able to physically touch, do, feel, or embrace. But what then do you have left? And loss can shift you. I am a witness. It can make you suspicious. It can make you cold. It can make you covered. It can make you guarded. It can make you reckless if you allow these behaviors. That's what I mean by make you. You do have to allow these things into your behaviors. And so you have to become mindful not to forget what you've lost. And people say, you didn't lose anybody, you know where they are. No, I mean the physical presence, the separation, to be absent from the body, present with the Lord. There's that absence is a physical loss. And you have to come to terms with that absence. It doesn't mean that you forget the absence. It means that you put the absence in the perspective of the wonderful museum of memories that you have relative to it, and you create new ones. Not the same ones. It will never be the same. If your mother is gone and you understand a mother's love, even if you're touched by other mothers who love you as mothers, there is no other mother like your mother. You can't recreate that. But you can make new memories. You can build upon that memory. You can share the many concepts and life principles that you were reared on. Gratefulness is powerful. And it can shift your life. If you started this year in consecration or fasting or any regimen that you wanted to start over, I challenge you and invite you to join the gratefulness journey to power that. If you are trying to lose weight, for example, I challenge you to add as a supplement to that a gratefulness journey. If you are in this year going to be less angry, more poised, more stress-free, if you have ideas that you want to bring to fruition, listen, there's science around gratitude that says that once you develop a habit of gratitude and gratefulness, that it will clear your mind, declutter your thoughts at a rate of 49% more. You will become more productive when your mind is clearer. It will help you to compartmentalize like tasks so that you can get more work done. Another great benefit, especially for the winter time and these viruses that are lurking. Did you know that gratitude science indicates that people that practice gratitude, gratefulness, and mindfulness have upwards of 67% better immune system health? And that's what virus and cold really is around. How strong is your body to fight off regular things in the atmosphere? That's how you catch cold and viruses and things like that. A lot of things can be airborne and you might not get them because your immune system is strong. Gratitude powers your immune system. It's amazing how it can shift your life and every step in it if you seek to be more grateful. You can go to the Love and Stuff page, join the Gratefulness journey. It's a click away. Put your name and email address. We will send you the gratitude quiz, which is a quiz you take to see, okay, how much gratefulness do I really have in my life? And what are some tips that I can use to improve the amount of gratefulness, the amount of delineation that I'm doing of things, the amount of inventory I'm taking. The gratitude is the overall expression you feel after taking that inventory. That's why you kind of hear me using them a little bit interchangeably. But gratitude is the feeling. It's the oxytocins going through your body. It's that decluttering of your mind. It's that awakening in the morning when you take that time to pray and meditate. One of the things it does is it articulates to God what you're thinking. And if you're leaving him space to articulate back to you, it's that space too. But it also frees your mind space so that you can think and organize things in your day for success better. It's a natural inclination for your mind to do. Why not feed it what it needs to do that? But it will power your life. It will power your day. It will free your mind space to do all of those innovative and creative things, to ideate, to think of ideas, so that you can make those ideas become reality. All around the science of gratitude, the releasing of those oxytocins, the releasing of those power hormones in your body, those power endorphins in your body that give you that sense of euphoria, that give you that sense of being high without the weed, sense of being full without the food. See where I'm going? If you're on a diet, there are opportunities for you to shift your life with gratitude. So go to the Love and Stuff page, type in gratefulness in the search engine. It'll bring up that gratefulness journey. Click on that talk box. It's called a talk box. Put your name in there. Just your first name is fine. Email address. We'll email you. You'll be on the journey. And we won't inundate you with a lot of content. We try to come once so we can touch bases with you. But we want to hear from you, people like Sonia Charisse, people like Farrah Forbes, many people throughout the community who have shared it with people at work, shared it with people on their journey, and it is really making a difference and change for them. What's the goal? We're in the Love and Stuff community. We want love to be on steroids. And we believe if you're more grateful and walking in gratefulness, that you will be awakened to all of the love interactions that are right around you. And in 2020, if you want to get clear about anything, be clear that the world needs your love and that God has given love to you so that you will give love first to yourself and then to others. That the quintessential that is love is God. He is love. And he has poured himself in creating you and I, that we will love him with everything we have and then learn to love ourselves and then our neighbors as we love ourselves. And that's how our world ups its love quotient. Well, if you're walking in gratefulness every day and you're awakened to it, you're more likely to see the opportunities around you that are love interactions. There are people who are starving for love. There are people who are dying for love. And they don't realize they don't have to die for it. They have to live for it. And your love in their lives might make a great difference. Thank you for your time. I hope you will share widely this video as I have attempted to. It's the Gratefulness Journey. Different folks have come through. Thank you so much. Willie Rogers, Jeanette Stewart, Craig Whitney Davis, Casey Smith, Pam Bass. Thank you all. Our senior social producer is here as well. Thank you all for coming. We are streaming live on multi-platforms. I would like your feedback to see if the video is moving the same, if it's spooling a lot, or we want to get your feedback. You can drop that feedback in Marcus R. Holmes. You can drop that feedback in the Love and Stuff inbox. We are on the Twitch channel, on YouTube, on Facebook. We're going to soon be on LinkedIn with our Gratefulness Journey every day. And we're also looking to be on Roku. So we need your support. I will just minimize the announcements, but I do have to tell you that in just about a week and a half, we'll be doing our next dating game. This one will be live here locally, but the next dating game is going to be online. So if you're interested in either one, you just have a few days to let us know so that we can get you involved and get you clearer about your love connections. Some people are seeking love connections, and we want not to be Cupid for you, but we want to give you the opportunity to see that there is the opportunity for love all around you. I'm Marcus Holmes from Love and Stuff, and from the staff of Love and Stuff, we thank you that we're at 3,162 followers, I believe. Our goal is 20,000 followers. So I hope that you will go to our Love and Stuff page and click follow. We're looking to build all of our different platforms or different channels so that you can see content that you love. And if you do see content that you love, drop us a note and say, hey, I'd like to see more of this content. And so we can share that content with you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Share this content widely. We will see you Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Love and Stuff. As we start to prepare for our dating game, you'll get an opportunity to see a few of the people that are going to participate in the dating game. Join us Tuesday night at 8:30, and then the week following on the 11th will be the actual dating game. You don't want to miss it. We've got some wonderful opportunities for content engagement for you in our shows, and we're hoping that you will come back and be a part of those wonderful opportunities. Have a grateful Saturday.